What's up guys, it's Void, and today I'm going to be coming up with you another Area F2 ranked tips and tricks video. This one's going to be on how to win more matches, especially in the ranked game mode. I know this is probably giving you guys some trouble, and even if it's not, these tips and tricks can definitely make getting those wins way easier and much more effective. Alright, before the video starts, I just want to say thank you guys first of all for all the support I've gotten on my channel recently. It's not an easy decision ever for a YouTuber to switch to a new game, but you guys have definitely made it a lot easier than it could have been. So I just want to thank you guys so much for that. Alright, for the first tip that I have for you guys is to try to find a full team to queue with if possible. If you can't find a full team, try to get at least a couple of friends that you can queue with that you know you can count on. It's so important in this game to have communication between your teammates, and having a full squad of people that you know and you're comfortable playing with just makes that so much easier. If you find yourself unable to find a full squad to team with, or even just anyone to play with, try to use game chat. Game chat's really useful in talking to your teammates, and even if you don't know the people you're talking to, communication can never hurt you. So just try to get some comms with your teammates. The second tip that I'm going to bring up is going to be another tip for before actually starting the game, and that's going to be how to warm up and improve your aim. If you haven't seen my in-depth video on how to improve your aim, I'd suggest you go check it out. I'll leave a link in the description. But yes, definitely make sure you take the time to warm up in boot camp. Don't just jump into a game. Even if you want to warm up in a casual game with your teammates so everyone can be involved, that's another great option. But warm up is key. You want to be able to hit those shots. You don't want to have to warm up during your ranked match and lose that first round. Alright, my third tip is going to be to choose operators with useful abilities. For example, on offense you'd want to use operators like Ram and EMP, who make this site a lot easier to get into, and on defense you want to use ones like Shocker and Mute. These are going to make it harder for the enemies to get intel on the location, first of all with Mute, and second of all to actually get in with Shocker. While both of these operators do have counters to their abilities, it's not the end of the world and it's going to buy yourself some time. Which moves us right into the next tip, which is going to be how to defend properly. When defending, it's important to remember that you don't have to kill everyone, and you don't have to wait for them to plant to defuse. At the end of the day, all the defense's job to do is really to waste time so the other team doesn't have time to plant the bomb or take control of the site. This is a fact that a lot of players seem to be forgetting, as they like to play so aggressive on defense, when really, if you just hold down the site properly, you won't even have to get any kills and you could still win the round. Now, while this might not sound attractive to some players, I'd say to the more serious players who are looking to rank up and get into those higher ranks, this is something that you need to take advantage of. Which is going to bring me directly into my next tip on roaming. Now, there's a lot of defensive strategies. You're primarily going to have about 3 people playing site and 2 roamers. You're going to want to have 1 close roamer and 1 long roamer. The close roamer's job is going to be to hold down an area of interest to the enemy next to site. This could be any conjoining room that has important walls that are reinforced in it, to stop the enemy and to waste their time from getting near site. The long roamer's only job is to not go for kills, but to waste the enemy's time. If they can make them scared, for example, if you have site on the first floor and you're on the second floor roaming, you want to scare them from coming down from the roof. The longer that you can keep them up there is more time that's going to be wasted and less time for them to plant the bomb at the end of the round. Once again, it's really important to remember that the roamer's job is not to just lay out and look for kills. The roamer is supposed to waste the enemy's time and let them get to the defensive site, but stay alive. You're no use to your team if you're dead. However, if you do end up dying or you get yourself in a position where you're pinched, at least try to trade a kill. That's going to help your teammates a lot. Alright, now we're going to move into some offensive strategies for when you're on the attacking side. Now, compared to the defensive side, the attacking side can be a little bit more complicated with the number of things that you have to remember to do. However, if you do employ all these tips that I'm going to be giving you guys, it will make winning that round that much more easier. Alright, first off, we're going to talk about saving drones. It's extremely important to have intel in a game like this, and making sure that you save your drone off spawn is imperative. There's no reason to run your drone into site only to get shot after your teammates have already found the objective. Keep it on important points. For example, keep it posted up near a staircase or a spawn peak to make sure that you know where the enemies are at the start of the round. And this will also give you a lot more intel at the end of the round, as you can drone twice to find the enemies on site after you've pushed up with your team. Once again, saving your drones is really important. I think that's a fact that's overlooked by a lot of the lower ranked players. My second tip for offense is going to be map control. A lot of players like to run directly to a window outside of site or a hatch above site and just drop down from there without killing the roamers, and then they find themselves getting flanked while they're in site and they've taken control. and only to lose the round. It's really important to A, kill the roamers, and B, understand that you have control of the map. If you attack from multiple directions and bring in the whole map to yourself, you'll have no way of getting flanked, and it makes taking sight that much easier. Then you can go for that hatch, or you can go for that window right outside of sight. It's going to be really important to get that roamer early in the round to make sure that you have time to plant the bomb at the end of the round, or to take that site. Usually you're going to want to start on the floor that your objective is not on and work your way towards the objective. This does not mean your entire team has to push that way. However, it is important to have at least 2 or 3 people. Make sure those roamers get taken out quickly. If you know that there's only 1 roamer, maybe only send 2 people. If you know that there's going to be 2, you might want to send 3 so you have the numbers advantage. But make sure that you don't push onto site before taking out that roamers. It's an extremely easy way to lose the round. So definitely don't play for that. My final tip for this is going to be to play slow, but not too slow. While on attack, it is really easy to get carried away and just rush into objective. However, this is not the smartest play if you're in a ranked game. If you want to do that, I'd suggest playing the casual game mode or maybe a custom with your friends. But if you're going to be playing ranked, you don't want to let your teammates down, so you want to make sure that you are on the field for as long as possible. Now, this does not mean playing so slow that you only have 10 seconds left to plant the bomb with 3 defenders still on site. So you want to find that perfect pace that you can play, moving up with your teammates, taking map control, and just having controls of the areas that you're going through. And this goes along with smart plants. For example, when you're on bombs specifically, you need to plant in order to win the round. It's important to make sure that you're an operator who's not going to be useful at taking out roamers. I wouldn't suggest trying to plant the bomb as using wildfire. However, it can be done. I'd try to use more of a 2-speed, 2-armor operator. It just helps the job a lot more. Make sure you're an on-site type character. For example, you could play as Magnet. Magnet's a really good plant character. It's important to plant the bomb in a position that you can watch, hopefully from off-site. You want to have a long angle that you can't be shot from. Some of the best plants involve A, hatch plants, where you plant directly under a hatch and you go up to the top floor to watch it from that hatch. Hopefully you can't be shot. B, you want to plant in front of a window so you can hide outside the window in the actual outside so you know if they're going to jump out to kill you. Both of those plant ideas are extremely useful, and there's many maps that involve those types of plants. It's extremely important to remember that if you're in a 1v1 or 1v2 situation, you don't just go for that kill. You get the plant down first, and then you wait outside. Sounding in this game is extremely helpful, and you can just listen, wait for them to hit that diffuser one time, and you can hear them hit it, and then you can immediately peek and kill them. It makes winning the round so much easier. I definitely suggest playing it slow once you've planted the bomb. There's no point in getting aggressive getting that kill when you really don't need it to win the game. You don't get extra points in ranked for killing people, so there's really no point to go for them. That's going to about wrap up this video. I want to thank you guys for listening. If you guys have any questions in the comments or any tips or ideas that you guys want to throw back at me that you think I didn't discover or talk about in the video enough, then, feel free to do that. Drop any ideas for videos in the comments as well, and I'll try to get them done. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace. It's been Void, and I'm out.